Okay. So when you join in the client, okay, if any you joined any client, suppose let's say I just joined in the some ABC client. Okay. So there is a ABC client, it is there. Okay. So what you need to understand first when you joining to that, okay, first you need to understand that what landscape they are using. What landscape they are using. So, so what is the meaning of the landscape? Okay, it might be have the development system, quality system, and production system. Okay, and it might be HANA server, or it maybe they are using BW server, or they are using some third party WM warehouse server. Okay, so there are so many things. Okay, so they have the a number of connectivities because depends on their business process. They are using the different landscapes. Okay, so non-SAP landscape they can use, SAP landscape they can use. Again in the SAP they are connecting with the decentralized systems, centralized systems, and okay. So these are all connectivities with that. So first, what you need to understand? First, you need to understand that how many servers they have, how many systems they have. Okay, and how many regions it is. Suppose let's say if they have the regions, okay, suppose they have the UK, okay, and if they have the US region, and if they have the Europe region, okay, or if they have the China region, okay, so like what regions they have, okay, and again you need to understand that what are the common landscape, they are using for the different regions. Okay, if suppose let's say I have that okay something A1B, suppose let's say A1P, this is the one server, or B1P, this is the one server, and C1P, it is the one server, let's say assume that. Okay, so A1B is covering that, suppose US and Europe. Okay, and B1P is covering that, something like it is like China and Asia. Okay, Asia and China and Hong Kong, so many other countries are there, right? So that is covering in the B1P server. And some coming to C1P, again they can have the UK and some other non-European non-European countries, something which they are covering in the this server. Okay, so it is not necessary they should be go with the single server. Okay, so they can go with the different servers, that means different system. So again, what do you mean by E1P? It is like a production system. A1, okay. So they might be have the A1D is the development system, A1Q is the quality system, and A1P is the production system, and A1R is the regression testing. That means semi it is pre-production. Okay. So like it might be they have that B1B, okay, B1 Q quality system, and B1P and B1. I'm just giving the example, okay? It's not exactly, it should be like that, okay? I'm just giving the example to understand it. So like again, this one again C1D and C1Q and C1R and C1P, right? So they might be have the different systems, and the different servers have the different landscape. That landscape is connected to multiple other systems, okay? So it might be client is same, but regions are different. They are using different systems, or maybe they can use common system for all the countries. It depends again how the client is using that. Okay, so when these are the cases A1P and B1P and C1P, in these cases when you are getting the issue, any of the issue, first you need to understand it whether which country it is, which region, and okay, and which landscape they are using. That you need to be understand first. Then only you have to start to working on that. Suppose he given one pivot. Suppose he is giving one pivot. Suppose let's say 4210 something he given. Okay. Now when I just getting this he is saying that in this pivot I had some problem. Okay. Then if I'm just to if I'm not understanding that which region it is, then I need to be check manually in the A1P and B1P and C1P, right, where it is the pivot number. So first thing is who created this, who raised this ticket, okay, the username, and he's from the US or Europe or China, Asia, UK. So first you need to be understand that each and every region level who are the users, key users and all. Clear? Okay, so then only you will be start analyzing on the you are going that particularly server and you are just checking that maybe this PO is common for the it might be available in the A1P or it is available in the B1P, it is also available in the C1P, because maybe this different systems has they maintain the same number ring, right? But first you need to understand that the user is saying that from which region he is saying. Suppose he is saying Asia, then I have to go and check in the B1P, not in the other systems. Okay. So if you mistakenly if you just validating instead of B1P, you are just validating A1P and C1P and say that okay, it all looks good and there is no issue and all, then user will come and saying that it is not from A1P or B1P. Something he will say. Right? First you need to understand that which is problem there. Okay. If it is, I'm just giving that larger scale. It's like larger companies, how it will be like different regions if they have. Okay. If it is India, then they have the only one server. Okay, clear? Okay. Again, A1P having the different customization and B1P having the different customization and C1P have the different customization, depends on their business process they are customized. Okay. And the point of contact for the A1P is a different again, and B1P point of contact is different, and C1P again point of contact is different. But it's commonly supporting from our company. We are supporting for all the landscape. Okay, sometimes what will happen? They might be have the A1P and B1P and C1P. Only we are supporting A1P. Okay, we are supporting only A1P. Other maybe some other company they are supporting. Okay, so it depends how the client they are going and how they are taking the support and all. It depends on that. Clear? Okay, so coming to regular issues, okay, so repetitive issues, I cannot say repetitive issues. Why? Because it depends again what process they are following and depends on that what impacts it will be. Sometimes what will be happen if suppose I have the A1P server, okay, so they might be having some difficulty on STO because they have some customization process in the STO process, okay, so they are getting majorly on the issues on STO. Maybe in the B1P, this STO process is very easy. Okay, maybe they are getting some problem in the third party. Maybe they have some other customization process in the third party process. They have getting so many problems. So we cannot say like it is a repeat two or it is something like. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it depends again what you need to do. You just need to be referred that all tickets and when you join that, just ask whoever they're providing the KT. Just need to ask that previously what kind of the tickets they are getting and check that randomly every month how many tickets it is creating and is there any repetitive ticket it is creating, why it is creating repetitive. Okay. So those you need to be understand based on the when you are going into KT. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So commonly we'll get problems. Okay, commonly we'll get problems on. Okay, one is master data. Majorly we will get the master data problem. Okay, so if you have the master data team, okay, the master data team will take care of that. These all these issues. So mostly the highest level of the tickets is from the master data and the financial and controlling. So majorly in the country, in the company, generally majorly we will be getting issues from the master data, and majorly other than that master data financial and controlling and sales also will get more tickets. Okay, so we'll get more on this one. So what is this master data? Suppose as I said that we have different regions, right? So US having the same material, and Europe having the same material, China having the same material, Asia also they have the same. All these countries same have same material it is there. Suppose the master data team they created only for the USA, and they started to be using for the other company codes like other areas, other regions. So what will be happen? You will get the problem like material is not extended. Okay, material not extended. Okay, or material costing. Okay, not costing related issues will get. Okay, or maybe material ledger related will get issues. Okay, so like different kind of the material related issues you will get. Okay, so again that will be taking care about master data team. Okay, that master data team will check that whether this material is extended or not extended, and any data which is missing that they will check. Okay, so majorly it will be like master data. Other than that, if you can go here from the transaction level and the process level, we will be getting more tickets on the STO process. Okay, why? Because even STO process also, it again because of the master data. If suppose master data is not maintained properly, or master data, maybe the data master data metal master record data which is not maintained properly, because already configuration level it is already set up, it is done, because they did already testing, and they did already regression testing and everything they validated. So after that only they implemented in the quality production system. So the customization level all it is same, all it is correct. So where you are getting the problem, majorly you will be getting the master data, maybe the master data metal master record, if they are changed some division and distribution channels, and if the sales organization data which is not maintained properly, then those cases again it will be get. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then other than this STO process, we generally get the release strategy process also. Okay, so sometimes what will be happen, and they will say that the release strategy is not working. Okay, this is what which is not happen, this is not approved. Okay, the person is not available, who can approve this one. So like something which is tickets will create. Okay, so you need to be understand that okay, whether any changes which is happening in the PO or PR, and whether initially it is release strategy is triggered or not, and later if they change the price, and okay, that is not reflecting and that is not triggering any release strategy. Okay, so those are all factors you need to be validated. So one of the cases release strategy, also approval strategy, you will get a little bit tickets. Okay, but it depends again client to client. Okay, so again, why? Because they can request, they also request that okay, we have that new process, now we need to set up the release strategy for the new process and all. They will talk about it. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So that where the one process will get. And other than that, if you can see that GRIR balances report, that is like few of the GRs are having that open, but the financial year it is closing now. We need to close this all open GRs. That list we need, GRIR balance list I need. So those requirements will get. Okay. So other than that, if there is any PO shipment is not creating, and the outbound delivery it is not creating, or inbound delivery it is not creating, or he's not able to pack that, or he's not able to process, or the goods which is not able to see. So in that case, those cases will be again depends on the situation what it is like. Okay, so I cannot say that it is the this is the repetitive always you will get this kind of issue, because if the consultant is perfectly lined up and perfectly fixed up that, again you will not get that issue. Okay, so there is a different kind of issues are there. One thing is bug. Okay, and the second one is user education. Okay, then third one is analysis. Okay, and fourth one is it might be it might be okay dumps or something which is like if something which is like database problems and database issues, okay, those related issues will get. Okay, so bug is nothing but like a the process what the client is expecting customization what they design the customization based on the client requirement. Okay, it might be not working for the some scenarios because maybe we just need to be checked that what is the problem actually. This is not mapped actually. The design what you developed in the program level, if it is not properly working, then you will get the more bugs. So in this case, what you will do, you will be checking with the technical team and check that okay, what is the problem and where exactly the scenario which is missing, and you just need to be change that logic and transport to the production system. Then all these things will come under the bugs and user education. So this process for user education is nothing but like so the customization or standard, whatever it may be, it is working as expected. That means there is no change, there is no bug you identified, and user reported that okay, this is the problem he's saying. But when I'm just checking that, it is a standard functionality, so there is no problem for that. So I'll just give the user education. So you just giving to that one small section to the user, boss, this is a what this is, this process like work like this one, so it will be work like this one. So if you want to be change this process, then you can raise the new request to change for that. Okay, so as per the current functionality what it is built, it is working. So I am just guiding to the user, okay, this is what it is. So I'm just giving that some user education. Okay, then analysis. Okay, so you didn't identify that any bug. User also say you just saying that this is wrong. Okay, and when I just checked that, I didn't see that any bug. And okay, there is no bug and there is nothing happened. Okay, but the inputs and what they're getting output, and based on that situation, the analysis which we are providing to the user, so that he will be understand that okay, if we are using this way, this will be work like this. Okay, this is the what because of this data it is getting this is wrong. So like we just giving the providing the analysis. Clear? Is it clear? Hello?
Ah, yes, yes. Hello.
Is it audible?
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Okay. And other than that, okay, there will be like master data issues. Okay. So master data issues are nothing but like a, if suppose this process, if it should be work like if suppose you are getting some problem while I'm running the process, but looks like a something master data which is missing. Okay, maybe the material is not extended or material not properly maintained up, material data what it is required it is maintained wrongly. Okay, so all these things which will be like master data. Suppose let's say third party sales order is there. So the user is saying that I just created the sales order, but I didn't see that purchase requisition created in background. Okay, let's see what is the main factors. Okay, so there is a for created sales order number, so sales order is correct, but the PR number is not generated. So the first key point is I just need to be checked that whether what item category group it is. Then I just need to be checked that in the metal master record whether it is a third party related order item or it is a standard order item. Just I need to be cross checked that. If it is a standard and it is not third party, then it won't be created any purchase requisition. So this is the way it is like a some master data mismatch because the item category group they entered that norm instead of that bans. It should be banned, but it is entered that norm. So like some master data which is required, those master data are missing. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
And sometimes it will be what will be happen operational issues also. Okay, suppose operational issues like okay, instead of he using that okay, it should be work. It should be operate like this one, but user is when he is operating like this process, it is getting wrong. Okay, it is they're saying that okay, this is getting wrong because the operation. Okay, when they are operating some the way, so it is getting like this problem. Okay, so in that case, just check that whether they are what they are operationally operating that steps and all, that they are properly maintained, mentioned or not. All they will check and they will be said that okay, this is the what problem, this is the what problem. Okay, sometime what will be happening, they will be having that some new requirement. User says that okay, boss, this is not working. Okay, this is what my expectation. You just tell that okay, boss, this is the not maintained. So it is not maintained uh, in your system. Okay, if you need, we'll go to change that and we'll develop that. Okay, so it is that functionality. It is not developed in your system first of all. So if you want, then we'll just build up. So that is new requirement, right? So there are so many ways it will be like everywhere. It is coming like this. Okay. So new requirement. So when there might be user saying that okay, the functionality should like this one, then I can say okay, this is not there existing as per my KT section, as per my documentation, as per my implementation. This process was not discussed earlier. Then again consider that okay, this is a new requirement. So based on again, I just go for that gathering that information, what it is required, and all this information, then we'll do right. And some which is just database related. Suppose okay, my process was correct and program also is correct, but when it is updating into the database tables, or it may be because server down and all, there may be data is not properly updated. So it may be some kind of the basis related issues, right? So these kind of the different kind of the issues we will get to. Okay, so it's not always like it. Oh, one issue will get repeatedly. Okay, so if I know that what repeatedly is coming, then I can easily work, right? So it's not the case. Okay, it's different cases. Depends on the client. Each client have their different cases are there. Clear? So you might be getting into the inbound process. You might be getting into that PO purchasing order level. You are getting in the contracts level. You are getting in the outline agreements level. You are getting in the invoices. There's different cases. You will be getting different process and the different issues you are getting. Clear? Any questions?
I don't know.
Okay, and if you are finding that okay, if you are finding that something which is like repetitively you are getting this ticket from last 2 to 3 months, you need to be understand that why it is not there earlier and why it is repetitively now it is occurring. Okay, suppose if it is a new implementation and after implementation they are continuously getting this problem. So and every time you are providing that analysis and all, so you just expecting that this is the user kind of the issue. Okay, user education kind of that. You just properly may give us one more training to the users. Boss, this is the what it will be work. Okay, and this is the process this will be work. Like you just give the user education to the users. That means training properly. You need to be give the proper training. Okay, or if it is suppose repetitively it is getting, and every time you just giving justifying that okay, this is what data which is maintained, and this data because of this data it is getting wrongly. So then you just ask users if you are changing your process, just let me know. Based on that, we can develop. Okay, so the repetitive tickets when you are getting, either there is a case like new implementation not okay. In case if you are customize some program, that program is moved to production and you are getting keep on problem, that means the program what you develop it is wrong. It might be it's not exactly maintained properly or it's something data which is missing. Okay, so repetitively when you are getting the ticket, that means you need to check that whether it is a problem of the any production. If suppose today from morning I am getting almost 10 purchase orders issues are there. POs 10 POs problem is there. Then immediately I just need to check that why we are getting so many tickets today. So I just need to check that is there any changes which is deployed to production. That means any changes which is moved to production. that impacting to this process, and why so many POs are you are getting so many issues on the same topic. So that way you need to be check that okay any changes which is moved or not, and check that those changes if it is getting that problem, then you immediately you just inform to the technical team or maybe functional team. You need to be revert back the changes to the changes whatever it is moved to production. Okay, so in this case again you are missing that proper testing. So you are not properly not tested in the quality system, and you are moved to production system. Then production system getting so many problems. So that means you are not properly tested. Whatever your customization you have done. Clear? Is it clear? So so repeatedly tickets always like you just need to be validated that why this issue is repeatedly getting into the issue, and can we find something permanent fix, because keep on if you are getting same ticket and the user also will be get something angry about that why this many of tickets we are getting on this topic. So you just need to be provide a permanent solution for that. Okay, you need to be permanently fix that issue. Clear? Is that clear? Hello?
Yes. Ah, yes, yes.
Your voice is not audible correct.
Now?
And now it's okay.
Yeah.
Can you able to hear me?
Yes, yes. I'm able to hear.
Okay. What about Venkat? Venkat, you are there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay. So our analysis is very important when you are getting the ticket, and just to identify that this is the something we can do permanent fix. Okay. So if you are just giving that alternative solution and skipping that incident, again tomorrow also you will get the same problem. So if you are finding something bug, like you just do immediately the permanent fix. You can just tell to the user, boss, this is the problem. I can give you alternative solution for that, but we need to fix this permanently. So this is the way we can do that. So that justification we have to provide to them. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Kiranmaya and Venkat?
No, sir, no.
No question.
Okay. So did you get the answer? What you asking question, or it is still something which is going in a different way?
No, got.
Okay, so it's entirely depends on the what kit you are receiving. Okay, so depends each and every company having a different scenarios, different process, and different way. They will be getting different incidents. So when you are taking the KT section, it is very important what you understand the process in the KT. That is very important. Clear? Any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask me. Any doubts or any questions in this one? Any questions, any or anything which you want to be discussed on, especially on this one? Any? No?
No, sir.
Is it criminal for you also? No?
Yeah. Same here. As of now, no.
Okay. So this is the different ways of the analysis, like different kind of the tickets, which like bug, user education analysis, operational issues, master data, database related issues, new requirements. Okay. So different kind categories it is there. We just dividing like different categories like that. Okay. So anything else which you need to discuss on this topic? So everything it is important. Okay. So what process they are using for their client. Okay. Every time that is very important. If suppose I'm the working in the one of the company, they are using majorly on the warehouse activities, then I'll be get more majorly on the warehouse related activities. Okay. So it is not like that always I'm getting problem on the master data. It's not like always I'm getting the PO creation. Not like that. Clear?
Yeah.
So majorly everything is like suppose if you are getting a problem in the automatic account automation. Suppose let's say my client saying that okay boss, I'm getting problem automatic account automation. Okay. So the GL account which is not finding. So it is giving the some automatic account automation problem, which is like BSX not updated, which is like something 8200 violation class something, which is I'm getting the problem. GL account which is not maintained. Okay. So then what is the problem here? Suppose INT is the chart of account and BSX is the transaction event key and 8200 is the violation class. So for this, the combination it is we didn't find a GL account. Okay. So then what is the problem here? Actually, it is a problem of OBYC. Okay. Because they didn't maintain this combination. But one thing what you understand here, if you're getting this problem, then you just need to be understand that whether they are going with a new process. Because already this setup is done and they are already using so many days. The client we are using almost suppose let's assume that they are using from last 6 years, 4 years, 3 years. Now they didn't see this issue earlier, and now suddenly they are saying that okay now I'm getting this account determination error. Then you need to be understand that whether you are using this kind of the materials, that means this valuation class, whether you are entered wrongly in the metal master record or this type of the materials, whether you started to be onboarding or keeping stock or so what is actually why they suddenly you are getting this problem. So so as soon as if the user is requesting and you are modifying that, that is not correct. Okay, first thing is you need to be understand that whether this is the something new, why this is not before it is not implemented and is a something which they want to be implement or they want to be use this process as a new. Then only so you see now 8200 evaluation class. If suppose I'm just assuming that this 8200 evaluation class is assigned to okay suppose perceivable metal perceivable perceivable material type. Let's assume that perceivable material type is the one material type that is assigned this valuation class 8200. Now I'm getting problem in the above. So what it is the problem here? So this is inventorizing. Now I'm receiving the stock. So I just need to be checked that this kind of the material, perishable materials, whether they are receiving earlier, okay, and if they are receiving, then why they didn't get any error before that? Because they are posting to BSX, that is inventory account. Now suddenly why they are getting this problem, and earlier why it is not there. So in that case, suppose let's say if they are doing account assignment category, yes, always they are using with account assignment category. That means direct consumption or maybe direct cost center procurement for this type of materials. Okay, direct cost center procurement it is they are doing. Then in that case, we don't need to map this PSX. Okay, something they are wrong. They are using this is a new process. So again, you need to take the approvals. But this is what you are using new process. It is not mapped. So please get the approvals from the higher level. Then we can map that. So like everything, it will be different cases. Okay, everywhere you will be touching each and every area. Even small mistakes also user will do. Okay, he just entering the material number wrongly. Manually they entered material number, and maybe there is something he adding the zero. That material does not exist. So he will not check that what it is the problem. He just simply saying that okay, this is the error we are getting. Take the snapshot, sending to me. So some users like that. Okay, even they are not checking that what description, what error it is getting. Simply if it is red color, then Okay, boss, I'm getting error. I'm just sending this one. So it's simple. Looks like the material does not exist. So let's see, reval that material number. Whether the material number you entered correctly or wrong. Okay. So all these kind of the things it will be like depends on the client and depends on the uh, if they are using newly, then it will be like that. Okay. Clear? Any questions? Any questions? Anything? Okay. If there is no question, then okay. So let me come back with that what topics you want to be. Okay. Then I will cover those topics.